So it's the meaning of multiplying, restoring in Mahayana. The fourth small section, infinite life. Infinite life. In Sanskrit, it's called Amitabha. Amitabha, which means infinite life. This meaning is also in the spirit of Amitabha Buddha, Brahma vehicle of infinite life, Amitabha Buddha into infinite light, infinite life. Actually, the original meaning in Sanskrit is 5. In the context of crime, the Chinese meaning is the European Union, relying on the translation of measure, not escaping the real measure. The meaning is infinite. What is infinite? Everything is infinite. I have nothing that is not infinite. Let's speak a bit more casually. Wisdom is infinite. Virtue is infinite. Talent and skills are infinite, and blessings are also infinite. Today, everyone wants to get rich. Wealth is also infinite. There is nothing that is not infinite. This is rough water. Western medicine says the pores of the armpit are infinite. A speck of dust is infinite. Look, the tip of the armpit hair. All the Buddhas were preaching the sutras on the thatched roof at night. The contradiction hasn't been magnified, and the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas haven't been reduced. This is entirely the Avatamsika, a realm where there are no obstructions in the world and no obstructions in matters. There is not a single Dharma that is not upheld. Any single Dharma is a collective of the realm of transformation in the tranquil and empty Dharma realm. This meaning is all in the analysis. The original text is a condensation of the Avatamsika. It is the essence of the Avatamsika. What the Avatamsika speaks of, the 6 aspects of practical training. The original text also contains the 6 aspects of practical training. And every word and sentence fully embodies the 6 aspects of reality. The ancients referred to it as the middle Avatamsika. It makes sense. This is not without reason. Therefore, immeasurable. Immeasurable, it's hard to describe. The world-honored one used 2 examples, immeasurable life and immeasurable light, to represent all that is immeasurable. Light illuminates and shines everywhere. It illuminates the void and the Dharma realm. The light of the Buddha transforms the path in the tranquil and empty Dharma realm. So what we now refer to as space. Light represents space. Lifespan represents time. Past, present, future. Time and space together make up the entirety of the universe. Nothing is left out. Within this, not a single thing. Using these 2 meanings to explain immeasurability, 60 also explains it very comprehensively. Let's think about it more carefully. Now people talk about time and space. The Buddha speaks of light and life. The meaning of light and life is better than that of time and space. There is a spiritual essence in light and life. Then time and space completely become material. Then the spirituality is absent. Light exists for the sake of spirituality. It's much more complete than the 2 words, time and space. Among the infinite virtues and abilities, the ancients gave us a hint to speak truthfully. Among all things infinite, lifespan, holds the first place. This we might be able to understand. If you have obtained all things infinite, then having a lifespan isn't at all in vain. What? You can't enjoy anything. So among all things infinite, lifespan is the first. Therefore, we use infinite lifespan to explain Amitabha Buddha. And pure and ultimate bliss. This great teacher, his special name is Amitabha Buddha. The clan of the joyful words. This Buddha, from the practice of the moon in the causal ground, all the way to international achievement. After achieving the four ones that it realizes and unfolds, help all beings in the vast void and the Dharma realm to achieve Buddhahood in one lifetime. This is inconceivable. This is a form diagram. Truly, infinite infinities. We need to carefully appreciate. Only then can we grasp a bit of it, get a fraction of it. Our benefits are endless. Where do these benefits manifest? They manifest in your nature and character. Deep faith, without doubt, absolutely unwavering. The strength of a satisfying experience. And not anything. Contempt you. Your trustworthiness. This is the fifth section of solemnity. Solemnity. In our current terms, it means beauty. A beautiful foundation. Principle. What we read shifts towards autocracy. Wonderful image. What mean? Hearing this, it means the land of ultimate bliss. You've got half of it right. Where's the other half? The place we currently live in is also a sacred land. Once your perspective shifts, this place becomes a sacred land. It's not the true sacred land. They are all similar depictions. Master Xiantai speaks of 6 levels. Similar collection. Kite, machine. Going to the Western Pure Land is a close depiction. Consistent, autocracy. This phrase is about being specialized. As long as you achieve consistent autocracy. Our current depiction then becomes a similar snapshot, turning into an instant kill. Stillness, it changes with the mind. That's the meaning. If you can indeed grasp this, you can imagine it. Tokyo Yura. Master Yuan Gong saw the Dongling. Nianfo, pagoda in Lushan, Jiangxi. At that time, they were chanting Buddha's name and practicing there, and that place was the temple head. Why is that? Because everyone who entered was consistently autocratic. The cultivation method and essentials discussed in our sutra. First, focus the meat of a Buddha. Develop the body, mind, and focus solely on the environment where he resides. 90 seconds. That is the Pure Land. Exactly as the ancient virtuous one said. The Heart Sutra, on the path. This is a place of practice. Everyone has a pure mind. Everyone, you see, remembers and recites Buddha's name. How could this place, this practice site, not become a pure land? Various auspicious signs and dignified appearances naturally manifest. The response is unclear. Then it is said that the land of ultimate bliss has immeasurable merits and dignified residences. This one sentence is a joyful praise of the Western, pure land of ultimate bliss. Why the Western direction? All errors. Among these beings, those who recite Buddha's name and are reborn in the Western pure land of ultimate bliss. Each person has a pure mind. Each person is a Buddha reciting Buddha's name. The Western pure land of ultimate bliss, this great place of practice. We can think about it. Why? All Buddhas praise it. In this sutra, Shakyamuni Buddha praises Amitabha Buddha, the king of the Buddhas of light. When Shakyamuni Buddha praises, it represents that all Buddhas praise in this way. There isn't a single Buddha who doesn't praise Shakyamuni Buddha as the most honored among the Buddhas of light. Why is that? Because of his world. Everyone born into the Western pure land of ultimate bliss. Not a single person has an evil heart. Everyone is pure. This is something you can't find in the realms of all other Buddhas. The Buddha lands of the 10 directions are certainly very majestic. Even in the very close ones, there are still a few with great delusions. Just a few, but in our Saha world, these troubles the majority of beings. You could say that among 10,000 people here, 99.99 are in great delusion. Such a large proportion, isn't it? In this world of play, these beings, half have pure hearts, and the other half do not. To us, it seems like detoxification. Traveling around world. In terms of pure hearts, they make up a large percentage, 80% to 90%. And there's still 12% or so with impure hearts. Unlike the Western Pure Land, where 100% are pure. Why is that? Because if the heart is not pure, one cannot be born in the Pure Land. Students, remember, it's not that just by chanting Buddha's name you will reach the Pure Land. There's no such easy thing. Chanting Buddha's name daily, if your mind is full of delusions, it's futile if you shout hoarse. If your heart is truly pure, chanting 10 or 20 times a day is enough. Look at the 10-year method advocated by the ancient sages. The method of chanting I teach to students is even simpler. Each time it's 10 recitations of Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, recite continuously 10 times. The time for giving up the body is very short, and during this brief period, not a single delusion can penetrate. This kind of recitation is called silent and unadulterated. When you recite more, your delusions won't mix into the verses. This is called focused recitation. Recite 9 times every day without missing a single day. That's called a timely practice. It aligns with what the scriptures refer to as a pure and timely recitation. Many fellow practitioners have used this method and told me it's very effective. Hopefully, 9 times a day is the minimum. The more times, of course, the better. This method is easy to implement. So scholars of Western architecture are here. In other words, Amitabha Buddha advises against indulgence. To put it in modern terms, Amitabha Buddha's world welcomes everyone to immigrate. To settle down over there. Very welcoming indeed. But the condition for immigration is a pure mind. Any method that achieves a pure mind is acceptable. Reciting Buddha's name works, practicing Zen works, studying teachings works, and chanting mantras works too. Look at our later section about the 3 levels of rebirth. The upper, middle, and lower levels are for those who strongly recite Buddha's name, and there's another section after that for those who practice and pray to the great minister's teachings. As long as you cultivate a pure mind and vow for rebirth, you can all go. Amitabha Buddha's door is wide open. It's not that, if you don't recite Amitabha Buddha's name, I won't accept you. That's not the case. As long as your mind is pure, you can practice any method, and it will all work. They can all lead to rebirth. I once attended a forum in Australia. They invited me to give a speech. I saw that there were approximately 14 religious groups in the forum. There was Buddhism. There was also Taoism. There were Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, and Judaism. I was familiar with all of them. I told them, no matter which religion you practice, as long as you cultivate a pure mind and vow to be reborn with Amitabha Buddha, it's all recommended. This is not an unequal approach. There is no racial discrimination. Alas, it cannot be said that it is me. You are practicing the Amitabha Buddha of the Christian religion, and you are not welcome to practice this principle. Amitabha Buddha is very welcome. No matter which path you follow, no matter which religion you practice, as long as you cultivate a pure mind. If you vow to be reborn, Amitabha Buddha will come to see you. Look at how remarkable this path is. There is no exclusion. Moreover, we practice different approaches. This is what is called a symptom. The Western Pure Land is adorned with incomparable magnificence. Mentioned earlier, the great ministers, the infinite life, and endowments are all our inherent virtues. self-confidence are virtues and abilities. This is the karmic reward we seek. What is the purpose of learning Buddhism? The purpose is to attain the supreme achievement of infinite life in the Mahayana. So now we must ask how we can achieve this. Underneath the crystal, does it provide us with a method? So you all need to understand what we said earlier. We truly wish. We truly wish to attain it in this lifetime. So we must ask, can we achieve infinite life? We can. In this lifetime, we can have infinite life. How is it infinite life? In this life, we are determined not to die. Can dietary therapy still be called longevity? Determined not to die. So you all need to understand that the most supreme aspect of revering the sect is not. If you cultivate well, and remember it in daily life. You must repent and eliminate karmic obstacles. If karmic obstacles are not eliminated, they become hindrances. Karmic obstacles are hindrances. What are hindrances? Your troubles are hindrances. Your worries are hindrances. Your attachments are hindrances. Your illnesses are hindrances. Eliminate hindrances. Eliminate karmic hindrances. You need to let go of all these things. Throughout the day, always keep your mind clear and pure. Let's talk equality. Moving forward. Purity means no contamination. Equality means no discrimination. With discrimination, there is no equality. Having likes and dislikes leads to contamination. Liking this and disliking that also leads to contamination. You will definitely encounter obstacles. Why do we see some people who chant Buddha's name pass away without illness? Do know when they will leave. It's as if they have made an arrangement with Buddha. They have arranged to meet at a certain day and time, and Buddha comes to receive them. They don't get sick. They leave while standing or sitting. Very at ease. In past. In Taiwan, Elder Monk Dao Yuan told us a story about someone passing away. It was all true. I can't remember his name. There was a person who chanted Buddha's name. When he was about to pass away, he told everyone. It's like you have. Have you ever seen or heard of someone passing away like this? Some have heard of it, and some have seen it. There are also stories of people passing away while standing. Some have heard of it, and some have seen it. He passed away with his head down and feet up. Have you ever heard of that? No, he just passed away like that. Look at that. How graceful, how at ease. Why was he able to do it? You need to know that his mind was pure, without any pollution. He was at ease. In his daily life, he was at ease. Passing, he was calm. Nothing wasn't at ease. So, everyone he left in harmony. He went over there without dying. He didn't die, he just didn't need this body anymore. He exchanged it for a Buddha's body. That's not dying. Not a bit of pain, none at all. Joyful and happy. Who said clear? Exchanging for a body. That is far more superior than the current one. The sutras depict the people of the Western Pure Land. They are pure and void. An indestructible body. That body is as one wishes. Endlessly transformative. As the world-honored one spoke at Mount Gradrakuta, hundreds of billions of transformation bodies. Shakyamuni Buddhas transformed bodies 1,000 times over are reborn in the Western Pure Land of ultimate bliss. Even those who are reborn in the lowest level of the lowest grade in the realm of common beings and sages, all possess the same ability as Shakyamuni Buddha. Hundreds of billions of transformation bodies. Only then can you simultaneously make offerings to countless Buddhas. At the same time, listen to countless Buddhas expound the sutras and teachings. You see how at ease they are, while we find learning so difficult today. Study a life. Even after a year, we can't fully grasp it in the Western Pure Land of ultimate bliss. What you learn there in a key point, we can't learn here even in 100,000 years. That's truly not false. A key point is that you must know you are listening to all Buddhas of the 10 directions and 3 times expound the teachings. That's it. So we need to open great wisdom to achieve ultimate and complete wisdom. How can you not seek rebirth? You must seek rebirth. You cannot not seek rebirth. It depends on your own practice. Practice until you cut off the troubles of wrong views. Exit the 3 realms, then break through the deep ignorance and transcend the 10 Dharma realms. So difficult, yet so blissful. It's not easy at all. In terms of time, it truly takes countless eons. And you might not achieve it. Even if you transcend the 10 Dharma realms, you are just at the initial stage of a bodhisattva. From the beginning, the Buddha in the Sutras says, you still have to go through 3 great Asampyaya kalpas. But when you reach the Western Pure Land, you attain it there. This is true, not false. You